Our investigation showed that Ferguson police officers routinely violate the Fourth Amendment in stopping people without reasonable suspicion, arresting them without probable cause, and using unreasonable force against them.
The Justice Department conclusion this week resonated in San Diego, where a recent report from the city's Public Safety Committee showed black motorists in San Diego accounted for 11% of vehicle stops, but represent only 5.5% of the population. The numbers were even higher for Latinos stopped by cops.
We have to do something about that to change the culture of why these officers feel like they need to stop African Americans and people of color more than they would anybody else.
Mark Jones is with the Black Student Justice Coalition. They held a silent protest back in December during a city council ceremony, holding up hands to remember the fatal police shooting in Ferguson.
We don't want a Michael Brown case down here. We don't want some unarmed black man getting shot because there's a culture that permeates this type of behavior.
We tried to reach the police department's public affairs officer without success. Lieutenant Scott Wall was quoted earlier this week as saying, "Everybody has biases, and we provide training to our personnel that helps them understand biases and make sure they do not become a part of how we police."
Your bias is a lot more threatening to me if you're in a position of power. The normal person walking on the street doesn't have the authority to go and arrest somebody, doesn't have the authority to make a stop. We have to hold them to a higher standard because of that power and authority that they have. It's a very serious and real threat.